Go.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Three Idiots podcast. Or, I suppose there's four of us.
Well, you messed up the first intro. Come on, man.
Yeah. Right,
Wait.
The Three Idiots intro. Only there's four of us.
Of course.
Yes, exactly.
I think my
We're
mic
so
was just
like
muted
that
for
we
the last
haven't realized there's actually four of us instead of three.
Yes.
Truly, we're so stupid that we can do this kind of shit without drugs and alcohol.
Shall we begin the first segment, my friends?
Yes, I think we should.
All right. For those who do not know, our first segment is the Wheel of Chance. I have a wheel with 25 options on it. Some are legitimate news, some are stupid but still real news, and 4 of them are Onion articles. Let's spin the wheel and find out what our first option is going to be.
You haven't shared your screen.
I don't
Truly,
care.
The Three Idiots are off to a
I don't
good
want to
start.
share my screen though, because then you'll see all the titles. Okay, 23 is our first one. Okay, 23 is... It's loading. Toronto chef spends 2 years creating McDonald's newest burger. Of course, the first one I roll is when I ran out of ideas and just found something completely
This is the most
random.
obvious Onion article ever. Clearly, you are a master of subtlety.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. It's not an Onion article. It's not an Onion article.
I haven't read that one yet.
No way, that's real.
It's real. Toronto
That's
chef
a real
has been
article.
fine-tuning McDonald's Chicken Big Mac. Chicken Big Mac. It took 2 years to make the Chicken Big Mac.
And you already know our fellow classmates aren't even going to do it right.
That is wild.
Oh, God.
That is actually utterly wild.
A year ago, the Chicken Big Mac launched in the United Kingdom and sold out in less than 2 weeks. How is it that popular? It's a Chicken Big Mac.
People, I mean, it's Britain. You don't exactly have to make good food.
That is a good point. Alright, the next
Truly,
article.
our humor knows no bounds.
The next article
I believe
is...
our next segment is the
No,
Marjorie
no.
Taylor Greene one.
Oh, we're not... we gotta spin the wheel a couple times before we move on.
Ah,
Yeah,
true.
come on.
Next one is Article 11. Okay?
Article 11. Isn't that part of the Constitution?
Yep, you're right. Yeah, that's what I linked. It's more Falklands bullshit. UK says Falklands are British as Argentina seeks new talks.
That one's real.
Well,
That
Definitely.
was definitely
yeah,
real. I
this
remember
is
that.
one of the ones
Real.
that is blatantly real.
Oh, well,
Of course, it happened over Twitter, as every important political discussion does.
Twitter, a place of limitless knowledge.
Truly, though.
Truly.
Truly.
yeah.
It is even more, it's even smarter than we are. And we're so intelligent.
So, what is
Alright.
everybody here's opinion on the Falklands War? Who has rightful ownership?
Britain. Everybody on those islands are British.
I mean, that's true,
Yeah,
but the land would appear to be Argentinian.
I don't care. Crew, I've openly stated to you that my preferred political doctrine of the United States is unlimited interventionism.
Okay, but here's an idea though. I have. What if you did reverse colonization? The Argentinians came in and just threw out the British.
They can't do that, though. Might makes
Then it would
right.
be
That's how colonialism works. You forgot, like, the step 2.
Yeah, but then it wouldn't be
Brother
British
and
anymore.
Well,
That's true. It wouldn't be British anymore. However, the might makes right portion of the whole thing, because there's multiple steps to colonialism. The first is that you have to have an overwhelming technological and superior, and military superiority over your opponent. Argentina has neither of those things over.
that
Britain.
is true. That is true.
Therefore, colonialism cannot work.
You make some fair points. On to the next article. Alright, it's taking a while to spin, and it is article number 5 or 6'5"? Alright. Yes, this one I was hoping we'd get to. So, you know about that train derailment in Ohio?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, another one from the same fucking company derailed just like 2 days ago.
Yeah, I heard about that one. That one's
Yeah.
real.
I haven't heard about it, but I'm not surprised.
It's that's just so funny. Unfortunately, there was no toxic chemicals on there. I do say unfortunately because I wish more people would. I'm joking. Anyways, that one was kind of funny, but kind of boring, but quite ironic.
All right. I have a question for you, crew.
Yes. Go ahead.
Give me a second. Crew, on what day, precisely, did Russia invade Ukraine?
Was it February 24th?
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah!
24th.
How do you know that?
How don't you?
I
Crew,
cannot.
do you know what Vladimir Putin's full name is?
I do not know that.
Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin. I am not making that up.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't think I'm.
Yeah,
gonna
it seems
that.
Russian.
Yeah,
I am
Should-
not going to that.
should we do a actual like normal article next? 'Cause that's what I saw.
Probably. Just review stupid articles.
Yes.
Well, the real article I got was TikTok sets new default time limits for under 18s. So, if you're under 18 now, you can only spend 60 minutes on TikTok.
Wow, that's
That is dumb.
yeah.
I mean, it's not that
Good thing I
dumb.
made-
Well,
Good thing
it's,
Some, but like, people are just going to more children are just going to fake their ages.
I mean,
Good
that's
thing
true. That's
I
what
made my
everybody
age
can do.
1940. That's what I made my birthday. Thank goodness I made my birthday 1940.
Bruh. They're gonna be like, did you know that you qualify for senior benefits?
that's why.
Oh, really?
That's why YouTube keeps recommending me like 30-year-old housewife ads because I tell YouTube I'm 30.
Oh,
I figured
man.
it out.
Also, apparently at some point, Canada banned TikTok from government devices.
Okay.
Fair.
That makes sense, though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's do a stupid article. Okay. So I need you're gonna. This was one you're gonna have to guess whether it's onion or not. Trump featured in song by January 6th prison choir. A new single released by a choir of men who were imprisoned for their participation in the attacks on the U.S. Capitol on January 6th features a recording by former President Donald Trump as the backtrack.
If this were real, I would not be surprised.
Me neither.
I'm gonna flip a coin real quick.
Just gonna flip a coin to see if it's real or not.
Just can't decide whether
I'm
it's
gonna say it's fake.
So you're saying
That
it's
sounds
not
pretty real.
what?
I'm saying that's an Onion article.
And you would be incorrect. This is a CNN article.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
I was leaning towards that sign, but I flipped the coin that rolled
Yeah.
tails. So here
That's
we are.
fair. That's
Wow.
that's funny.
that is genuinely hilarious.
Should we do
Yeah.
do a couple more the couple more spins before we get to
The Marcia Taylor Green segment? Yes, I think we shall.
All right. Next up,
How
we have
much
number
longer do you
7.
think Russia can hold out in Ukraine? Oh, wait, we have to hold that until the Putin segment.
Yes, we do have to hold that until the Putin segment. Next, all right, Lucas, you're not allowed to weigh in on this one, but so Artie and Jake, do you think this article is real? DeSantis appointee to new Disney oversight board suggested tap water can turn people gay.
What the? Is that?
Oh,
wait,
I really want to say real.
Okay.
I kind of do too, because that just seems so funny.
Well,
It just seems like something that they'd say, you know?
you would be correct.
You would be incorrect.
Wow, only on CNN politics.
That's. Oh God.
I cannot believe it.
So why are there homosexuals today? There are any number of reasons, that are given. Some would say the increase in estrogen in our societies. There's estrogen in the water from birth control pills.
Oh. Your mic is just like deep fried as you're talking all that stuff.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, because he can't get over how fucking stupid it is.
It's insane. Oh God.
Artie, one of the main reasons I recommended you to be here on with us is that I pointed out to Crew. We were looking for alternative members, and Crew was like, but Artie wouldn't be that great of it's a politics podcast. I'm like, their existence is a political issue.
That is true. That is very true.
Uh-huh.
I'm not very good. I don't keep up with news, but I am the subject of many.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, going to number 2. Trump says he won't drop out of the 2024 race if he's indicted.
Real.
Yeah, it's real. Bro's gonna run for president from prison. I think that would be the funniest thing that would ever happen.
Can you run for president if you have a criminal record?
Yeah. There's nothing saying that you can't.
Because it's so stupid that nobody would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nobody would vote for it. Unless it's Donald Trump, because he's stupid.
Yes, politics.
Jake, the most helpful one in the podcast.
Yes.
Indeed. I truly enjoy being helpful.
Truly enjoy.
All right. Before, if anyone if any of our 2 viewers couldn't tell, I would just like to state the political biases of this podcast. I believe everybody here would vote for Biden in a heartbeat. I believe that everyone here thinks the gays are, good.
I am gay.
Yes, that is true. And then, this is a statement of fact. And then I think everyone here believes that Donald Trump should get a good kick to the face.
More than.
Only the face?
No, he should get lynched. I think lynching is better.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
an idea.
I can agree with that.
That is an idea. Shall we do one more spin before we move on to the next segment?
Very well.
Yes.
Next we have number 16.
In other news, the United States has developed a system which will drop a pallet out of a cargo plane, which will deploy approximately 25 cruise standoff missiles equipped with JDAM laser guidance technology and booster rockets.
Yes.
I'm not
Okay.
making that up.
Okay, here's our next article. Matt Gaetz accuses Roblox of silencing conservative voices. Claiming
That
Onion.
I don't think Matt Gaetz knows what Roblox is.
Exactly.
he might
Onion.
be just dumb enough too. Jake, what do you think?
What?
Do you think that this is a real news headline? Matt Gaetz accuses Roblox of silencing conservative voices.
Something. It sounds like a real. I want to say yeah, but then again, it does kind of sound like something that would not be real.
It is not real. It is an Onion
Okay.
article. Yeah. It's really hard to find Onion articles that sound like they're real.
Yeah, that is true. Because, well, I mean, most of the ones involving Donald Trump sound pretty realistic.
Now,
Considering the stupid shit he does.
should we go to everybody's favorite segment? One that I spent like 2 hours last night preparing for? It's called.
Yeah.
It's time for Marjorie Taylor Greene runs her fucking mouth.
This one.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh boy.
All right. This is our first tweet we will examine today. because of course it's on Twitter.
Because of course it's on Twitter. Yes, tweets on Twitter.
Now let's see. Oh, I guess for listeners, I should read out the tweet. Listen to this mother who lost 2 children to fentanyl poisoning. Tell the truth about both their sons' murders because the Biden administration's refusal to secure our borders and stop cartels from murdering Americans every day by Chinese fentanyl. And let's open up why is she blatantly wrong. Also, first of all, the people's deaths she's talking about happened while Donald Trump was fucking president.
Classic.
So how would the Biden administration have anything to do with it if it was while Trump was president? And of course, when asked for comment, her PR team added, "Do you think the millions of Americans who died from fentanyl give a fuck about your bullshit fact checking?"
Classic.
Yes, they're very kind. So the increase of fentanyl deaths have risen ever since the mid-2010s, not slowing down under Trump. Thus, there is no way to make the assertion that the Biden administration fault for increases in fentanyl-related deaths, because it is just a trend that's happening, and it's not as a result of any one political party.
Personally, I think Marjorie Taylor Greene is the type of person to buy something that's laced.
Yes. Also, finally, the mother Greene is referring to never even blamed Biden. However, she did say the whole federal government is at fault, Congress included. But of course,
there is one factual statement. There's one fact. There's one thing that is slightly true in this tweet, and I would like one of us to try and find it.
The only thing that I can think of is that the children died. And
oh yeah, that is true. Those children are dead.
That's true. That's one of the 2 fact. I guess I should say there's 2 factual statements. The other factual statement is that a lot of fentanyl is actually coming from China.
I mean,
that's the other part.
That's true.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our next tweet, where she took a quote out of context of.
Oh no.
Zelensky.
Yeah. Let's see here. So let me read the quote that she linked. The U.S. will have to send their sons and daughters exactly the same way we are sending their sons and daughters to war. And they will have to fight because it's NATO that we're talking about, and they will be dying. God forbid, because that's a horrible thing. Now, out of context, that tweet sounds like he is calling for NATO's assistance, and specifically Americans to be sent to the front lines. And that is also the sentiment that Marjorie Taylor Greene echoes in her tweet. But if you saw the full clip, what he was actually saying is that if Ukraine loses the war with Russia, Russia will not stop there, but will move on to the Baltics. And then more American soldiers would have to be conscripted to fight against Russia and those countries, because those countries are part of NATO. Also, one other thing. She spelled Zelensky with 2 Y's. So,
thoroughly
not smart. Hello? Is there anybody going to be talking now?
Yes, I just.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to say? Like,
You fucking dope.
All right, now for the final. Now for her final tweet. She said it is unconstitutional for the President of the United States and part of Congress to fund, arm, provide training, and assistance for war, which are all going to war without full congressional approval to go to war. Ukraine is not a NATO ally nor a democracy, far from it. So first of all, there hasn't really been any serious talk of the U.S. going to war with Russia. I did not mean to write NATO there. That was a mistake on my part. But she is right that the president cannot declare war without congressional approval. But I'd like to mention that we never declared war on Iraq. Republicans didn't have any fucking problem with that.
I believe Iraq deserved it. What Saddam Hussein was doing to the Kurds was absolutely fucking terrible.
I mean, that's true.
I believe the war was bungled, handled wrong. Well, from the political and diplomatic side, not from the military side. On the military side, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, except for when they drone strike civilians. That was maybe
Not
It's the
cool.
CIA's fault. That's not the military's fault.
true. Also, then her second statement, Ukraine may be a flawed democracy, but it is still very much a democracy. And it has a similar score on the democracy index as NATO member country Hungary. So it's hard to say that it's not a democracy and is far from being a NATO ally. Now for our beautiful final slide.
The U.S. has actually fallen for 30th to democracy.
That's funny.
Hmm.
That's it for everybody's favorite segment. Marjorie Taylor Greene runs her fucking mouth.
Excellent. Well performed.
Agreed.
Lucas, would you like to begin our Russia segment known as What's Putin Up To?
All right, ladies, gentlemen, and other fucks, I present to you what is Putin up to. I have not prepared for this segment whatsoever. All right, so in recent news, the president of Russian-controlled Chechnya, Ramzan Kadyrov, is ill with suspected poisoning after his son has already met with Putin, and there is speculation of that he has outlived his usefulness to the great master.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
In other news, a major Russian assault that happened a couple of weeks ago was done with basically what amounts to stealing sailors off their ships, putting them in a BMP, giving them a gun, or maybe giving them a gun at this point,
Maybe.
and telling them to go charge the Ukrainian positions, and it was considered a major assault.
I see.
Russia,
About the competence you would expect.
Quite an interesting tactic.
Russia is considering using reserve T-55s, a tank which was declared obsolete in the 1960s.
What was it used in World War II?
What?
No, it was invented in about the 50s.
I will chime in with a piece of Putin news. So, a couple weeks ago, a regiment of Russian soldiers sent a plea to Putin to take them away from the front lines and have them stop fighting. They're now all dead.
I wonder how that happened.
Yeah, Putin just ignored them. So, real great stand-up guy we've got going on here.
Truly.
Nice.
And then, in more war-related things, several Russian propagandists have declared that their victory is imminent without actually giving a reason why.
Of course.
They used to give reasons why, but
Well-
they've stopped doing that now.
You know why they're going to win? Because they say so, and, you know, they're just...
I mean, that's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
But if that is how it works, then America would be controlled by the gay fascists. So I don't think that's really how that works.
True.
Your statement.
Shall we take a look at the current position of Ukraine?
I think we shall.
So be it.
So here's the current map of control in Ukraine.
I believe Bakhmut just fell to the Russians. After they wasted like 100. Wait, hang on. I'm going to look up the Battle of Bakhmut. Give me a second.
I thought that the battle was still ongoing, but it's possible that...
It might be. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is ongoing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like
let's see.
either side's gonna budge at all soon.
It's believed that Russia is close to taking Bakhmut. However, it has been almost a year at this point for one city, and guess how many guess how many Russian troops the estimate is by most military analysts in the West?
I'm guessing 100,000.
No, that's they have lost over 30,000 and have not even taken the city.
Oh, you're talking about how many they've lost. I thought just how many troops they've sent there. Jesus.
No, they've lost 30,000 troops and they haven't even taken the city.
God.
I
In other news, that assault I talked about earlier was on that city, Voldehar. And Russia, and if Ukraine decides to do a counteroffensive in the summer after they're trained up on the Western tanks, it is believed that they could take the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, including Lyman and Bakhmut, back fully.
I see.
It is also believed that a counteroffensive in Kherson is upcoming.
I mean, I could see that, yeah.
And pro-democracy partisans have been active in the Russian Sumy region. So
Yeah.
You see that Sumy city, that region kind of extends through the border.
Alright. Good talk.
Also, harkening back to the start of the war, Russian troops were told to dig their trenches in the exclusion zone.
Ah! That's a good idea.
Yes. Today's list of Russia's good ideas. Still none.
Yeah, that's about right. Anything else? Artie, Jake, you have anything to add to our segment on Russia?
I thought it was pretty good.
I have no words.
Okay.
Russia is just a string of bad decisions right now.
I'm pretty sure that your average RTS grand strategy Hoi 4 gamer could at this point beat back the Russians or do a better job than their generals.
I mean, honestly, though, they're doing so bad.
I'm at supply management, and I'm a shitter. I didn't even read the tutorial.
Well, I mean, whoever they've got, they should just... I don't know if they should keep them so that they can lose, or they should kick them out so that they stop.
Well,
Because if they kick them out, they might not stop, but...
Well, the thing is, the Russian forces in Ukraine are comprised of two groups. The first is the actual Russian army,
Which is terrible at
second,
everything.
And the second is the Wagner group. Now,
Which are actually scary.
And there's a bit of a conflict between these two groups, as the Russian army has repeatedly refused to actually supply Wagner troops on several occasions.
I mean, they don't really have enough supplies for themselves right now.
And a common theory among military analysts is that if Putin loses the war, Wagner Group will be blamed for the whole thing.
Wow.
That sounds like a Putin move.
Yeah.
And Putin will essentially throw Dmitry Prigozhin, Wagner's owner, under the bus to save his own image.
Huh.
I mean, honestly, it feels
Well,
like...
were we really expecting any different?
No, there's no way
No.
Putin was ever going to take responsibility for anything.
Nope.
Here's a interesting headline. Ukraine says that if Russia tries to invade from Belarus again, this time it's ready with presents. I would like to know what these presents are.
I believe some drones.
That would make sense. Possibly it could be landmines.
Or, Western tanks and technology. Because
I mean,
the Russian...
I believe Poland's already sent the tanks. At least.
I believe that... Because Russian technology, if you guys didn't know, is absolute jack shit. Like, the T-90, which is supposed to be their new modern tank, is just a repackaged T-72. Most of their technology, their stealth fighter is about as stealthy as two people with Tourette's.
Okay.
And most of their military equipment doesn't actually exist.
Most of the military equipment doesn't actually exist.
They're running out of reserves of
It's
BMP.
theoretical.
They're running out of reserves of BM-55s, the predecessor to their infantry fighting vehicle, not their actual infantry fighting vehicle.
Beautiful.
Dang.
They are also running out of many other things.
As stealthy as two guys with Tourette's syndrome.
Well, if nobody else has anything to add to that segment, we'll move on. Our next segment is one that is a shame that it has to actually exist. It's Roger Waters' news. Former lead man of Pink Floyd. He does enough stupid shit that I had to make a segment. First of all, multiple of his shows in Frankfurt, Germany, have been canceled because of his constant anti-Semitic remarks. Which
Truly a Renaissance man of controversy.
A Renaissance man of controversy. Next of all, he is re-recording Dark Side of the Moon without guitar solos.
Oh.
So,
that's
just gonna make it worse. And the one bit he showed sounds not good. He's like 80 and still trying to sing.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
How long do you want to bet it's gonna take before his vocal cords just fall out?
I mean,
That
there's
is a
been
good
evidence
question.
of him lip syncing for like the last 15 years.
I mean, are we gonna put him above anything?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, of course, for those who don't know, 3 weeks ago he addressed the fucking UN Security Council because he was invited by Russia. I still don't get how that happened. He basically said nothing the whole time. He was like, we all need to have peace. Just make peace. It's both sides' fault. Ukraine aggravated Russia.
What?
Yeah, he's stupid.
I believe that anyone who takes even a moderately pro-Russian stance, also anyone who says they're neutral, just assume they're pro-Russian. I don't know if I have to say this to any of you, but just assume that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, and of course, in that speech, he had to get in a bit about his father's death, as he is only mentioned 800 times.
Oh, God.
He has a whole album that was dedicated to the man.
Wow.
Yeah, didn't his father die in the war and he just never got over it?
Yeah, and he was like 5 when it happened. Like,
Bruh.
I understand, like, making, like, one song to commemorate him, but, like, Jesus, bro.
Seriously.
Come on,
It's
man.
been decades. Chill.
Get over it. You don't remember him, I'm sure of that. That's it for the segments I have prepared. If anybody else has anything.
I think we should make I believe we should make a segment called Watch C-SPAN for 15 minutes.
Okay, pulling up C-SPAN.
Oh god, we're actually doing it. Oh no.
He did not expect it to actually happen.
God damn it, I've got to allow ads.
Truly.
Doesn't appear that there's anything live right now.
I have to draw the Colosseum of Rome, and I could not be having a harder time doing it.
Yes, it appears that C-SPAN might be offline at the moment.
Unfortunate.
Oh, that is a shame. I thought it was always on.
Donald Trump perpetrated a...
I found a live radio broadcast of it, which, I mean...
Are we gonna listen to just C-SPAN
political
radio?
extremism that we need to move beyond in America.
And on that note, you and Senator Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, wrote a letter
I don't
to
know what's
Rupert
going
Murdoch
on,
calling
but
for
we're now
Fox to stop
listening to
spreading
C-SPAN.
false election narratives and admit on the air
What
that they
chain
were
of
wrong to
decisions did
engage
we make?
in such
What chain of
negligent behavior.
decisions led us to this point again?
Do you, as party leader, think
I don't
that
know.
Democrats should
Just
refrain
some guy
from going on
deciding, hey,
Fox
why not
before
watch
that
this?
happens? That
I
apology
mean,
happens?
it was
No, I think
your
what should
idea,
happen
Lucas.
right now is that
It was.
everyone,
didn't think
whether
you were
it's on
actually
another
going to let
network
that happen.
or whether it is just in the public domain, certainly in Congress,
Well, let's
should
not go
We're running out
refrain
of
from
ideas for
perpetrating
this
a big
unpopular
lie.
podcast.
Because
Okay, it's so loud, man. It's so loud. I can't figure out how to turn down just the website.
We're running out of ideas for unpopular podcasts. We need new ideas.
Oh,
Let's watch. Let's watch President Trump's address at CPAC.
oh, do you, no, I don't want to listen to his voice, but yeah, you do you.
No. I mean, you don't want the hour and 46-minute long.
Oh God, why is it an hour long?
He looks like he's made out of
Wow.
fucking copper.
He does.
Like Jesus, man.
Donald Trump.
Think of
Donaldius.
Donaldius Trump. Well, I'm not sure if anybody else anything else.
There was a clip. There's a clip from CPAC where it shows like the speech cue indicator telling the people on stage what they're supposed to say. It told the My Pillow CEO to just shut up already.
You've been shutted the F up.
Shut up.
Is there anything else stupid we could talk about?
I mean, we didn't get through all of the other things on the wheel.
Do
That's
more.
true. How long have we been
article.
going for at this point?
About 40 minutes, I'd say.
You can keep going for another hour or two.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, no, I've got D&D in 15 minutes.
All right.
I'm gonna go practice witchcraft.
All right, have fun with that.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to spin the wheel one or two more times.
I mean, I was like,
Yeah.
we could just stop recording and have a little brainstorming.
I
We
suppose.
could do so many things.
Well, would you like to sign off?
Well, I'm honored to be a part of this podcast, and I hope to come back to it, hopefully, some other time.
Four stupid idiots do a voice recording on OBS. Thank you for your
yes.
time, everyone.
It's
Why
beautiful.
you choose to do this, I have no idea.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Adios.